opportunities to go out there and do that the best, most efficient way possible. But I mean, this is just the Olympic trials. You kind of feel like you come here to try to be an Olympian. It's been the ultimate goal of mine, for a long period of time. And try to make the Olympic team is the only reason we came here. So.
What was the impetus to run the marathon trials?
Sorry?
What was the impetus to run the marathon trials?
You mean the reasoning behind it?
Yeah.
I guess when Coach, brought it to me, an idea. Like I said in another interview before, I kind of, knowing Coach's personality, I thought he was kind of being sarcastic. The steeple hadn't gone very well the last couple of years. The 10, the training went perfect, but USA's was not well at all, and it was kind of like, I thought he was just sort of being like, well, what now? Let's try the marathon. But then, it was, I said, no, it's another opportunity to make the Olympic team. We've done some solid stuff on the roads, even though it wasn't anything close to the marathon. And we got 6 months till track trials, so plenty of time to recover. And we thought it would address a lot of the other problems or shortcomings that we had, for other events. So, yeah.
Do you feel kind of weird being here, having not even raced a half marathon, and there are people who think that even half marathon time shouldn't count as qualifiers, that you should have to run the full distance?
I guess I see their argument or whatever, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I got here on a 10K time. It is what it is, and that's not going to matter on Saturday when the goes. I mean, like I said, I feel like we cast a pretty big brush stroke, across the canvas or whatever, trying to hit as many areas as possible with training. And I feel like we've done a pretty good job of field prepared. Like I said, there's a lot of unknowns yet. Never been through this, but the only way to find out those unknowns is to do this. So.
Sorry.
Go ahead. What if you're in a race situation like you said earlier? You're just trying to make the Olympic team, not run the fastest marathon possible. What if they do take it out and a 2:04, 2:05 type pace right from the gun? What's going through your mind and how you're responding?
2:04 pace from the gun. I would. I guess I'd have to reevaluate a little bit. I don't know who in here is going to run 2:04. I know Paul has been there once, but maybe under different circumstances. But I would be shocked if somebody took out 2:04 if there were, a group of guys that went with that. And so I guess, I'd reevaluate what I was doing. But outside of maybe something that extreme, hey, where 3 guys go, I think with the kind of people that are in the field, I think you pretty much got to attach yourself to that group. I don't know that you want to be, back there if 3 or 4 guys go, praying that 1 or 2 people fall apart, because there's a lot of good people here and some pretty credentialed marathoners, and I don't know if that would happen. I'm not sure. Not a knock, on Brian Silver. I'm not sure that I don't know if that person exists, in this race. I just don't know that you're going to be able to sit back and pick your way through people and hope that some of those big names up front fall apart. I think you're banking on a lot there. So,
Is any consolation that's what Frank Shorter said?
What's that?
He said it won't happen.
What's that?
Coming from behind. In this race, just the way it's set up.
I think he's exactly right. Like I said, I'm not experienced enough. I don't know why that would happen. I really don't.
In terms of marathon experience, Coach Gary hasn't run a marathon either, has he?
He actually ran Columbus this fall. Seriously. I think he tried to prove that the wall didn't exist and refused water for the 24 hours before, but he didn't have a whole lot of justified experience.
Did you guys talk to people who've done marathons,
yeah,
or are you just trying to kind of go into ignorance is bliss?
No, I think he definitely picked a lot more years than I did. I think he was at World Champs in the fall. Coach, I think he seemed to pick a lot of guys. Coach Mahone and Joe Vigil and some of those guys, I think, picked their years pretty good. But yeah, we didn't just throw the dart at the dartboard and hope this works out. So.
Brian, why should the other guys in the field be worried about you, even though you haven't even run a half yet?
Why should they be worried? Training's gone well. I have nothing to lose, and I'm here to make the Olympic team. So I guess I respect a lot of people, but I'm not really afraid of anything, going forward.
You talked a little. You talked a little bit earlier, I think, about some of the inevitable fears, because everybody knows the long race is a
Right.
ton of stuff that can go wrong. You might leave your breathe right strip in your shoe, as we all know now. What's on your list of fears or issues or concerns?
Probably a lot of the same as other first-time marathoners have. I think digestive issues might be at the top of those lists. I guess maybe just the structural stability. Can you hold up for 26 miles? And I think never having gone 26 miles at 5-minute pace or under. So something like, I guess, the unknowns. All those unknowns can be a little bit scary, I guess. But yeah, I don't think other than that, nothing crazy out of the ordinary. I would assume those are probably a lot of the same fears that a lot of first-time marathoners have.
Have you practiced fueling while doing workouts?
Yeah.
Experimenting with things?
Yeah. We've, like I said, in intervals and long tempos, long runs. Last couple weeks, even just on easy runs from the field house. Hey, going out for 3 or 4 miles, coming back and forcing down a bottle.
Anything in particular that you felt like worked well for you?
As far as
Gels, maybe a real light bar of some kind or anything?
No, I guess one of the first people I talked to when I went to New York this year was, in a lot of respect for Ed Moran, and I talked to him a little bit about, because I know he was going through the same kind of gamut, in New York, seeing what was working for him, and he kind of said, he was there were bottles I think every 5K, and he was kind of alternating water and goo with a sport drink of some sort, tapering it down throughout, and that seemed to be kind of the common theme of most people I talked to. So we've basically gone with a sport drink that's got watered down progressively throughout every other bottle, and then a water and a goo in between. So that's kind of the routine that we've gone with.
In your visualizations, what's your perfect race? I mean, in the dream race, how does this thing unfold?
Oh man, perfect race. To be honest with you, I haven't tried to play with a lot of scenarios in my head. I just think trying to eliminate a lot of preconceived notions how it's going to go is best for me, trying to keep things as simple as possible. But dream race, on the team with 3 miles to go, blowing kisses to the crowd, coming home. I guess that's that would be the ultimate or whatever. But being in the game, with 5K to go, something like that. I think out there with 3 or 4 guys. I think maybe in this, I maybe feel like a 1,500 guy coming down the last mile, or something for marathon compared to a lot of the guys out here just with some of the track background. But yeah, man, being on the team with 3 miles to go and being able to enjoy it would be a heck of a feeling.
You would be worried about those last 3 miles?
Yeah, probably. But I guess if you were on the team with, if you were in the top 3 with 3 miles to go, it'd be pretty exciting, and hope that would carry in, I guess. But yeah, I haven't visited those extra 3 miles in practice. I'm sure that's another day waiting.
Brian, what's for breakfast?
Oatmeal, some toast, and a banana.
Coffee, caffeine?
A little bit of coffee, yeah. That's just a daily routine.
What time?
Planning to get up at 4:15. Have breakfast, no later than 4:30. Been trying to, push bedtime and wake up time back throughout. I've been down here since Friday, and just trying to kind of get in the flow of getting up early and getting that done. So been pushing bedtime back, each day, 20-30 minutes or so, and then waking up a little bit early.
You've been in Houston for a week.
Yeah, since Friday I came down. We were just, when we made travel, we were kind of concerned that, it could be 75 down here and 15 in Columbus, and that's kind of a big shift. So, in an effort to give ourselves the best shot possible, thought it'd be good to come down and acclimate if that was the case. And it was warm when I came down here. It was like 70, 75, 78 or so. Cooled off since then, but yeah, we've been down here for a little while. Been able to get out on the course, 3 or 4 times. Came down in November, checked it out one day, ran it, so feel pretty familiar with it.
You're not feeling overly itchy after being here for a week?
No,